Hi everyone, I'm Laura and I'm the Curry Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being patient with my long absence. I've really debated about how to spend my time. I love to stitch. And I love to show people my stitching, and I just didn't know which platform to use, but I think I'm pretty happy with doing Flosstube videos. I'm filming today, or recording today, at my mom's house. She lives in the woods, so we've got a temporary setup where her windows, she has windows in every room, and so we're trying to find a place that the glare's not too bad, but just to show you something, the picture behind me is of Toccoa Falls, and I live in Toccoa, Georgia, and that's Toccoa Falls. That picture was taken many years ago by my brother, and he hand painted the sunset pink sky up at the top. Anyway, that's by my brother. So he was a photographer, and his son loves photography now. So anyway, we got some artistic people in the family, of which I am not one, but I like to cross stitch. So that's my artistic outlet. So anyway, I want to do a WIP Parade today, and I've only got 19 WIPs that I'm carrying forward. I thought I had so many, but you know, I've only got 19, but it might take a while. So these are in no particular order, but I want to show you my the first WIP, and I'm going to have to put on these. They help me see. So anyway, the first one is the Twilight Santa Sled by Foxwood Crossings, and you're going to hear a lot of crinkling, you know, to keep the plastic roar down to a minimum. But anyway, I'm doing the sled. I have the sled, and it's on perforated paper. But Foxwood Crossings is my local LNS in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So, but anyway, I'll show you my progress on that. I don't think I'm going to show before pictures unless I just get really motivated, but that is where I am on that. Let's see if I can hold up something behind there. So yeah, that's it. So I'm using the DMC, except for, this is Gentle Art Simply Wool. I think it's the color's maple sugar for the cuffs and the fur trim. And you're supposed to, after you stitch it, kind of rough it up so it looks like fur. So I will be trying to do that. Okay. So I heard my phone ringing, so I'm going to go check on that. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Oh, I got to readjust the ironing board. You're sitting on an ironing board. Okay. The next WIP is Merry Christmas by, oh no, it's French. Couleur de Toile, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to let you see the writing so you can see down in the bottom. I'm sorry for all the crinkling. So I'm going to have to insert a picture right here of the design, and I'll show you my project tracker so you can see the design. Okay. So I started this in November of 2020, and this is where I am. This is stitched using DMC B5200, and the fabric is a piece of linen, 32 count linen that I got from Hobby Lobby that I dyed using, let's see, evening blue rit dye, and I think I double dipped it to get the modeling. It's pretty good modeling, but it's, to me, it looks cold and Christmassy. And Dr. Zhivago, the movie that where they're in the ice palace, to me it was elegant and cold looking, so I love this piece. So the next WIP is my Christmas Village ornaments. Let me get those in there. It's Dimensions Gold Kit. And I'm doing this, it's part of the kcchristmasvillagesal. I'll put all the information down in the description box. But I have finished the stitching on this. I'm just working on the back stitching. And I started it many years ago, so I don't know. But this year, I do want to show y'all what I'm doing. I think I popped this up there because I couldn't pronounce the French designer. But I'm using these project trackers. And, of course, this is backwards to me, but y'all can read it. I'm using the kit threads, and it's mostly 2/2, but, you know, there's blended threads, and there's just tent stitches and that kind of thing, and tons of back stitching. So I've done some back stitching up in here. Oh, and I meant to tell y'all before we started this WIP Parade that the first part of January, I've touched every single WIP. So I'll show you every one but one, and I will explain that. So that was WIP number 3, Christmas Village Ornaments. Number 4 is Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. Let's see if I got a picture of that I can show y'all, and then show you my progress. I'm going to take it out of the pack. Well, maybe you can see it. Maybe it's not too glary. Y'all can see it. I won this in a giveaway. And it was a New Year's Day start in 2020. And this is where I am. I love this. So pretty. I sprung for the fancy floss and nice linen. I think I had to substitute because they didn't have the right color. I think this is Oaken. Let me check my project tracker. 36 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. Using 1/2, sorry, using Called For Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works threads. And I started it January 1st, 2020. And I love these project trackers, and I'm not trying to do a journal. I'm just writing down what I'm working on, stitching on every day. This is my book. This is telling the whips that I have. And this is my starts since January. These are my finishes since January. And this is my January stitching. I write down everything I've stitched on this month. And I am finding that I really enjoy switching off. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch off. Okay, so let me get back to my WIP page. Okay, so that was the Heritage Sampler. The next WIP is Barnyard Christmas, Prairie Schooler. And there's 8 of these. I can show you without too much glare. I think I'm working on, the chicken's already done. I'm not sure which one I'm working on. Let's see. Yeah, the chicken's done. I had stitched the horse and the cow on 28 count Monaco that I had coffee tea dyed, but and I had stitched it 1/1, so they're tiny, and I just like the scale of this, so I'm gonna stitch all 8 of them, probably stitch the horse and the cow again too on this. Let's see what kind, let me look at my project tracker and see what kind of fabric. I love these project trackers. I'll link where I got them. They've been shown on a lot of Flosstube videos, but it's 36 count vintage country mocha linen, and I am stitching the rooster. That's this one. Move this one up here. See if I can get the glare off of it. There, that one. Okay, and I call them finishes, but I'm just using one project card, like each individual one. I'm calling it a finish, but it's still in my whips too, because I plan to stitch the whole thing. Okay, the Free and the Braid is the next one by the Drawn Thread. This is sweet Instagram friend gave me this pattern, and once again I loved it, and I got the linen and the fancy floss to do, and I don't do that. I love stitching with DMC because it's so economical, but I sprung for the nice fabric and threads for this. And there's a lot of specialty stitches, but I worked a lot on the flag. Anyway, that's where I am on that. Okay, stitched 1/2 using called for Simply Shaker Gentle Arts threads. That one. Okay, the next one is Gathering Eggs by Nora Corbett, and this one I am stitching with, but Dina with half stitch cross stitch, but she is blowing the doors off on this. I mean, she's way farther than I am, but mine is not a pattern. She has the pattern, but I have it out of the magazine, and she showed it on her channel, and I commented and said, let's stitch it. I want to stitch it too. And I was so happy to do that. We Zoom stitch a lot because Dina's just very active in cross stitching, and but I've worked a lot over here, I think. The day I worked on it in this month. Love that one. Last time I saw Dina had started on the girl on her head. She had stitched down to here to where she could start on the top of her head. It's beautiful. Okay. Together, Christ's Love by Stoney Creek. Isaiah 53:3. But anyway, I think it's beautiful. Monochromatic, very soothing stitch. That's where I am. Got my needle up there with floss on it, but here we go. That's my pandemic stitch. I have a couple of pandemic stitch. I have one I yet to start to commemorate 2020, but that's my pandemic stitch. Okay, Autumn Whimsies by ScissorTail Designs. I have showed this a million times because I have stitched it on Monaco, then 18 count, coffee tea dyed Ada, and now I'm stitching it. I really am happy with this. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just using the DMC threads, and I've started the third design. Oh, I don't think I showed you a picture of it. Let's see if I can find the picture. Yeah. So I've started that one. I've stitched that one, that one, that one. I've really stitched them all multiple times. So, but anyway, that's where I am. And it's fun to pick it up. Like I love having, you know, about 18 things going. It keeps me from being bored or, you know. I feel like the next one is a Riolis kit. It's called Funny Rabbits, and Magnolia Nana was stitching this, but when she did her WIP Parade, I didn't notice it, so I don't know if she has decided to not call this a WIP anymore, or but she was stitching on these. I think it's a beautiful Easter stitch, Easter spring stitch. I'll have to show y'all a picture of a bunny in the grass. When we were on a walk, my mom was the one who noticed the bunny, but the bunny was just sitting there, just frozen. And I thought, it's dead. It wasn't dead. It was just protecting itself, you know. So I felt like, you know, how you run across something. This is, I'm sorry, let me just finish my thought here. This is the pattern, and I'm stitching that gray bunny right here. So anyway, but you know, sometimes you might feel like you need to take some kind of action, but you're not sure, you don't know what to do. And I kind of feel like there are times in life when freezing is a valid protection. So, you know, sometimes if you don't know what to do, doing nothing is the safest course of action. So, that's Funny Rabbits Riolis kit. The next one I am going to come back to and explain that, but it's Snowman Gathering Stocking. It's my grandson's stocking, and I will show you where I am on that. That is the only WIP I did not pick up, and I will explain that later. The next one is Grandma Moses. It was a painting called, oh, let's see. I think I might have it on my project tracker. It was called Hoosick River Summer. Anyway, it's a thrifted pattern. This is the original painting, a picture of the original painting by Grandma Moses. And they turned it into a cross-stitch design. And this is the design. And I got this pattern for 10 cents at our thrift store. So, let me just show you. I put it on Q-snap. I am stitching it 2 over 2 using the Call for DMC. And so I'm working down here a lot of green, lots of blocks of color in this pattern, as you can see. And where I am, just to give you a frame of reference, is that house down, and I'm getting into this field right here. But I had too much glare on it, so from that little barn down here to this green. And I am using a Q-snap. I never use a Q-snap, but using 2 threads on 32 count linen dyed by me. It's royal blue and aquamarine. And it's going to give the background, this part, this sky and this water are not stitched. These are not stitched. So that'll be the fabric. And I thought it looks like both sky and water. So I was pretty happy with the way the dye job came out. So anyway, that's that. We can work on that. Sorry for the crinkling. I'll try and get it away from the microphone a little bit. Okay. I worked on that. And okay, the next one, it was a WIP, but I restarted on some different fabric. It's Hands-On Design Wild Salt Air. And I had it on some 28 count Monaco that I had hand dyed. But now I'm using antique white Monaco. So, this, oh, let me show you the pattern first so you can know where I'm at. I love this pattern. I love the colors. It's a good summer stitch. This is where I am. So I like it on that antique white Monaco. I restarted on January 13th. I stitched one day on it. Okay. So, oops, I left my project tracker out of my Grandma Moses. I'm going to stick that back in before I lose it. Okay. The next one is the Farms of Hawk Run Hollow. Stitching it using this layout. I've stitched that one and I changed it from Hawk Run Farms to Osage Farms. And I'm working on this block. Hang on a second, I'm going to check. Okay, so here's where I am. I stitched, ow, stuck myself with my needle. Stitched down in here. Got that little swan and part of the pond done. Okay, and this is stitched on. Let's see, let me find my project tracker again. I know it's stitched using the DMC colors. And, okay, 40 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works. I started sometime in 2019, but I'm not sure when. I'm going to have better records using these project tracker cards, you know, when I started it, when I finish it, that kind of thing. I think lists are the way for me to go because, you know, if I journal, I need to journal in journal because I get real wordy and I might not do it. It's sporadic. So the next one is A Year of Celebrations by Hands On Design. And I've got quite a few okay, let me just read my card. They're stitched on 28 count T-dye Monaco using 2/2 using the DMC threads. I didn't stitch the October monthly in this. I stitched Lizzie Kate's Flip It, the Scarecrow, and I'm not sure. Yes, I do have that picture in here. So, okay, so that for the October series in this series, I substituted this. And let me show you what this I'm sure many of y'all have seen this. But I am caught up. So I am on schedule. Like if I complete one a month, I will be done in March. So let me show you. Since my last video, I checked to see what I had not shown you. So I stitched September, got that one completely done. October is Lizzie Kate's Flip It. I went back and got May, because in May I stitched Monogamous Mania. I stitched only on my grandson's stocking. So I had to go back and get May. And then there's November. And there's December. So cute. Little elf feet. And I do have January on another piece of fabric. Show y'all January. Same kind of fabric, just another piece. January. Yep. So cute. I'm check that. Did I leave off anything as the snowman? I left off the earmuffs on the snowman, so I have not completely finished. I need to go back. I'm glad I looked at that. I thought that snowman looks a little naked, but he's got earmuffs on. So I'll finish that. Note to self, when I pick up February, I need to work on finishing January. I wonder how many times that happens, that you leave off something and you don't notice it until you're showing it. Okay, the next one is Brooks Books Advent Animals. I think I had stitched through Peter Polar Bear, which is, I had Odette Owl and Rascal Raccoon done before I ever started. Well, no, I finished Odette Owl doing Flosstube. But anyway, I think it was 2019. I did Rascal Raccoon and Odette Owl. And then, so 2020, in March, I started all of them. See, these are all of them, have starts on them. All 20. So I had 2, so I was stitching 23. I made 23 starts in, is that March? That wasn't Mania, that was March Madness. That was my March Madness plan. So there's some more starts. Okay, and this is what I actually stitched on and finished. Hang on a second. Where is it? Here it is. Bottom of the bag. So I have these all kitted up. So I had shown you Katie Kitten, Peter Polar Bear, but there's Mary Mouse and Duncan Dog is what I did this month. Mary Mouse, I don't remember when I did her, but it was before January. So, Duncan Dog. So cute. Love the bow on the bone. I love it. He's a Scotty dog, and he's Scottish. He has tartan. Tartan Argyle sweater. Anyway, these are not whips. These are FOs, but not FFOs. I wanted to show you my thankful notes. I don't think I showed this to you, but this is Shepherd's Bush thankful notes. And I got the buttons on there. I was able to get the button pack from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. An acorn, a pumpkin, a heart. I think it's a cranberry. That's an acorn, and there's another heart. So there were 5 buttons. And then I finished the 2020 Santa. And I think I finished this in 2020. So, North Wind. Okay, so that's my Advent animal. Okay, this one is a pretty old whip. It's not real old. Nothing I have is just super old except for those Christmas Village ornaments. The Fruity Popsicles. It was a little kit I got at Hobby Lobby. I think I paid $3.50 for it, and I thought it was just so pretty, bright and colorful. You know, the threads and the fabric, everything was included. So I don't want to, oops, showing you the back. I don't want to not stitch this. I think it's pretty, and it'll be a cute summer, something to put out during the summer. Okay, getting to near the end. I'm gonna just stick this back in. All right. Next thing is Prairie Schooler folk eggs. And I had done three of these in 2019, and I had shown these to y'all. This one, the chicken, the bunnies, and the butterflies. And this is the one I'm working on. Let me show you the pattern. I'll show that to you again. Okay. So I'm working on the house with the sheep, the barn with the sheep. I plan to do all 8 of these. I want to do all of them. And that's where I am on the barn. I'll have sheep down here. I can stitch on 14 count black Ada, but it's rough. It's a challenge for me, but I can do it on the Ada. But I know I couldn't stitch on Monaco or linen or anything else that's black. Would be too hard for me to see. So the next thing, I bought this when they were having a Black Friday sale at 1-2-3 Stitch, and it's Leafy case. I bought a bunch of patterns, and that'll be another video because this one's going pretty long. But I bought Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings. The Merry Christmas one is just a combination of 4 of these. And Merry Christmas, Elf, Santa, Mrs. Santa, Reindeer, and Snowman. And they are quick and easy. I can get them done in a day. Probably some of you wouldn't take them that long, but take you that long. But I finished this one, Be Merry. And I think I did that in December. Yeah, the Santa I did in December. And then on 1/14, January 14th, I started and finished this little elf, Be Jolly. So cute. These are so satisfying and fun. But I have it all kitted up for all of them. I'm going to do them individually. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do these. That's ornaments. So, let me talk to you about the one WIP that I did not touch. And it is, and I'm not abandoning this altogether. It's just that I'm putting it in, I think Brenda Handwork Maniac calls it craft prison. It's in craft prison for a little while till I feel like, you know, I can stitch on it, and I'll explain to you. Part of the reason I am so frustrated is it's so pretty. I can't tell you. I think it is gorgeous. But it's very hard to be motivated to stitch this because it's just constant color changes. It's not relaxing, and when you're in a pandemic and you're stressed anyway, it's just got to go in prison till life gets better. But I do have a plan for stitching and I'm going to insert screenshots, but I'm just going to talk to you about it. I'm supposed to get the shipment today from 123 Stick. Of some 25 count Lagana, and I'm going to stitch 2 over 2, so that's 12.5 stitches per inch. So it's going to be pretty big, and it's just simple stitchings, but it is Mary Beals, yeah, I think that's her name, Mary Beal. I'm going to put the link in the description box, but she has 10 stockings. They're called sampler stockings, but they tell the story of the nativity from Luke. Luke 2 through, I don't know how many, but it pretty much gives you the story of Jesus's birth. And I'm going to stitch, I bought all 10 patterns. They're PDF downloads from her website, and I'm going to link it below. And I saw this on, excuse me for a second. Sorry, my phone was ringing. My husband's going to bring us pizza. We're going to have pizza for lunch today. So what I was telling you about, the Mary Beal sampler stockings, I saw this on Lorraine Rags to Stitches. Lorraine, I don't know her last name, but she's a Georgia stitcher. I've yet to meet her. I don't think I've commented on her videos. She, I'm subscribed and I get notification, but I don't know if I've missed notifications or what, or if she doesn't do the videos that often. She might be like me and just doing them when she can, when time permits. But if I can do them from my mom's house, if she doesn't mind, I'll probably pop in here at least once a week and show you what I'm working on. I will be rotating more. I find I really, really enjoy that. If I have a focus piece, I'm not going to work on it every single day because I just like switching it up too much. So, I don't know when I'll get my grandchildren's stockings done, but I ordered 3 pieces of that 25 count Lugana so I can do all 3, and I think I'm going to pick 3 stockings and do have a rotation. And I may have to figure out how to do some kind of focus piece to where it's not years and years before they get them, but these are definitely going to be easier stitches than the Dimensions kit. Although I do love the Dimensions kit, I feel like these others are more grown-up stockings, but that's really what I want them for anyway, is an heirloom piece that I made them, and I think they're beautiful. I'll link the website and you can see the pictures. If I can do screenshots, I might do that so you can see an example of what one of them. But Lorraine showed hers, and I thought, oh, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get those stockings and put the Dimensions kit in Craft Prison. Thank y'all for joining me today, and I hope everybody's healthy and happy, and that 2021 proves to be, just a time of healing and grace and unity, and that we just all do better next year as far as turmoil. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.